Yo, what up?
Quinnipiac Avenue.
Be back with another episode of CT's RPT, Real Prison Talk with Wes. As y'all can see, I'm on public transportation. It's like 7 o'clock. I'm just now getting out of work. And I'm on a bus on my way home. Well, on my way back to the halfway house. That's not my home. And I'm beat. I'm tired. I work in a warehouse. My feet hurt. My back hurt. I don't want to do it. But prison has changed the way I look at a lot of things. You know, that little bit that I just did, and I'm being generous when I say little. That bit that I just did, it changed my outlook on a lot of things. You know, so now I say to myself, if I could wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning for the past 2 years to go to work for 75 cents a day,
Quinnipiac at Middletown Avenue.
which,
Quinnipiac Avenue and Middletown Avenue.
shit, real, which in my eyes is modern day slavery. And on a side note, I just found out that slavery still does exist. Dude just pointed out to me, if you look under the 13th Amendment, it says that, I can't remember the exact words, so I'm gonna put it in my words. It says that basically slavery is bad unless you're being punished for a crime. So it's millions of dudes that's slaves working for pennies, cents a day. It's slavery. Real work, you know? And my heart goes out to the dudes that really do it because they need. Like, you got dudes like me that I had to do it because parole said we want you to get a job. It's like this when you first come into the prison system. Parole decides whether you're gonna be eligible for parole at 50% or 100 or 85%. If your crime is non-violent, you're eligible at 50%. But what they do is they give you something called an OAP, an Offender Accountability Plan. And on this OAP, it's going to be a list of things that they want you to do. So it might say, for kids that's young and don't have their GED, it might say, well, you got to go to school, you got to take this program, take that program. It's always going to be a program or two on there. And on my OAP, they said, you got to get a job. You've been selling drugs for the past so odd years that you got to get a job for us to even consider letting you out on parole. Amongst other programs, you know, it's always programs on that shit. And it's sad because a lot of dudes do all the programs and still get shot down because that don't guarantee you your parole. That just guarantee you getting seen. So I was a dude that I had the job because I wanted to get seen. But my cellie was a lifer, and he had the job because shit was just that real for him. He ain't have nothing else to look forward to. And it's crazy because when they know, you know what I mean? The officers and the DOC workers, they know that they got you by the balls when you in a predicament like that. And then they really act nasty. And it's just the part that's really crazy is I have never heard of a DOC raise for inmates. Like I said, you get 75 cents, and that's what it's been for as long as I can remember, for as long as anybody that I ask could remember. I have yet to hear somebody be like, nah, it used to be 55 cents and it went up to 75%. 75 cents is all you getting. So your pay never go up. But this is the kicker. The commissary items go up all the time. I remember when I first came in, when I first went to prison, a soup was 25 cents. A lot of the old school dudes that was there way before me used to tell me how it used to be 12 cents. When I left, it was 36 cents.
Quinnipiac Avenue
And
and Barnes Avenue.
they talking about raising it again, you know? It's just crazy how the price of the food constantly raises, but you ain't never gonna get a raise in your pay. So it gets to the point where you can't even afford, you working every day and still can't afford the items on commissary. And for dudes like Marcelli that was a lifer, I don't sit there and watch this man contemplate whether he gonna eat this week or whether he gonna wash up. Should I get personal hygiene products or should I get some food? And I used to just be on the top bunk and I'm like, yo, that nigga going through it. That's a dilemma like a motherfucker. That's tough, you know? And it's just crazy because a lot of dudes going for that shit, and that's why they continue to do us like they want to do us, you know? And I ain't never really been a political type of nigga, but right is right and wrong is wrong. So it used to be like times I'd be like, yo, let's stand up for ourselves. Like, fuck that. Let's do something about this shit. It ain't gotta be violent. I remember one time me and my homie Bezel, we was in the Supermax, and you only get 3 showers a week anyway. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays is shower day. So something happened where I think a CO got beat up, and to the average inmate, that's the highlight of their day. So motherfuckers was laughing and happy, like, yeah, he got beat up. And the officer that worked the block, she made an announcement to the motherfuckers that had nothing to do with it, like, oh, since y'all think it's funny, now nobody gets showers today. And I'm like, that's some fucked up shit. Like, you already punished the person that did it. They punished his ass royally. I think he set up in the hospital for a little while. I know he got his in the yard, and they probably got him again when he got to the box. But now you telling us we can't get showers because dudes is laughing. And I remember telling Bezel, I was in the cell with my boy Bezel, the good brother that called the show the other day. I remember telling Bezel, like, yo, let's go on a hunger strike, bro. Let's refuse to take out our trays until we get showers, because it was Friday, meaning that we wasn't getting no more showers until Monday. So if we didn't get that shower on that Friday, we'd have went Friday without a shower, Saturday without a shower, Sunday without a shower. I'm like, 2 big grown men in a cell trying to bird bath. So, long story short, you know, we staged it. We told all the homies, like, yo, nobody accept no trays. We going on a hunger strike. Nobody accept no trays until we get our showers. So they lieutenant came, snatched my ass up out of there, took me to the box, snatched Bezel ass up out of there, took him to the box. And as soon as we left, dudes was accepting trays. And I came back, and that shit earned me a ticket. I came back. They tried to give me an inciting a riot ticket for that shit. But I came back, and I was like, damn, fellas, like, we gotta stand for something. That's why they do us like that. And it's just like, it's just crazy how a lot of times dudes don't give a fuck. Like, especially if you got the it ain't happening to me, so I don't care type of niggas going on. It's a lot of them niggas in jail, and that's why it's so hard to fucking get something. You know what I mean? Because they know, like, at the end of the day, we so stupid. They could use us against each other. That whole gang block shit, that's their whole thing, is use us against each other to make their job easier. Plenty of times the CO shook my cell down because shit that my little homies was doing. And then to try to say some slick shit like, well, you need to talk to your homies and we won't do this. We doing this to you, because they knew I don't fuck around. Like, I stay to myself, I'm quiet. They like, yo, Smith, it ain't personal, but we know that if we fuck with you, it'll wake your homies up. And I wasn't dumb enough to fall for that shit. I'm like, the fuck out of here. But I used to see a lot of niggas. They used to be like, yo, trying to flip on they niggas. Yo, the CO said. I'm like, the CO said, man, you ready to fight this nigga because what the CO did, he did that shit to you. And we just gotta wake up, people. You know what I mean? Whether we in there, whether we out here, I'm out here and I'm still trying to shed the light on a lot of the shit that's going on in there. Because we gotta wake up, man. And I know that a lot of times my environment, I be doing this show from my halfway, like, I'm in my halfway house room doing the show. I'm on a bus right now doing the show. So I know, like, the environment might not be too attractive, but y'all gotta remember, I just came home from prison and I'm starting from the ground up. So keep in mind that it's not the environment that I want to catch your attention, but the message. And on that note, we're gonna wrap it up. This is another edition of CT's RPT. Don't forget to do the right thing. Hit the subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram, WES.SMITH.129. Until the next time, peace.